everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're digging into something truly special, creating beautiful, bountiful gardens even if you're short on space. What if I told you that you could grow 10 times more food in half the space? Stick around because today I'm revealing 10 secret gardening hacks that will blow your mind. Whether you're dreaming of vine-ripened tomatoes, colorful blooms, or fresh herbs, we've got you covered. Let's kick things off with a classic raised bed gardening. These beauties are like giving your plants a little slice of heaven. First off, better drainage. Raised beds help keep those pesky weeds at bay, meaning less time weeding and more time enjoying your garden. You can create stunning raised beds on a budget using reclaimed wood, old bricks, or cleverly stacked stones. Raised beds are perfect for root vegetables like carrots, radishes, and even potatoes. Get creative, have fun with it, and watch your garden flourish. Let's talk about those cozy nooks and crannies just begging for a touch of green. Container gardening brings life to even the smallest spaces. Even root vegetables can thrive in containers. The secret? Grow bags. These fabric pots allow for excellent air circulation, essential for healthy root development. They're lightweight and easy to move around, perfect for tight spaces. Self-watering containers take the guesswork out of watering and ensure your plants always have the perfect amount of moisture. Simply grab a plastic storage bin, drill some drainage holes, and create a reservoir at the bottom using an upside-down plastic bottle with holes poked in it. From vibrant herbs to cascading flowers and even dwarf fruit trees, the possibilities with container gardening are endless. If you're looking to make the absolute most of your garden space, then the square-foot gardening method is about to become your new best friend. Divide your garden bed into square-foot sections using string or wood and assign each square to a specific type of plant. This organized approach maximizes space and makes planning and maintaining your garden a breeze. By embracing this method and the power of companion planting, you'll be amazed at how much you can grow in even the smallest of spaces. If you're looking for a more natural and low-maintenance approach to gardening, then let me introduce you to the Back to Eden method. The key ingredient? Wood chips. By spreading a thick layer of wood chips over your garden beds, you're essentially creating a mini forest floor. As the wood chips break down, they release nutrients into the soil, improve drainage, and suppress weeds. The Back to Eden method can significantly reduce your watering needs, sometimes by up to 50%. This method is all about embracing nature's wisdom and creating a thriving ecosystem right in your backyard. It's a beautiful thing to witness. March! The first hints of spring are in the air, and it's time to get our hands dirty. March is a crucial month for gardeners, as it's the perfect time to sow the seeds for a bountiful summer harvest. Depending on where you live, your specific planting schedule might vary slightly, but generally speaking, March is a great time to start those cool season crops like spinach, lettuce, kale, and carrots. These hardy vegetables can withstand cooler temperatures and even a light frost, making them perfect for early spring planting. After a long winter, your soil might be compacted and lacking in nutrients, so it's important to give it a little TLC before planting. Start by removing any weeds or debris, and then loosen the soil using a garden fork or tiller. By taking the time to prepare your soil and select the right plants for the season, you'll be well on your way to a successful and abundant harvest. Let's talk about thinking outside the box, or in this case, outside the traditional garden bed. Vertical gardening is all about utilizing vertical space to grow more in less ground area. Think lush walls of cascading greenery, vibrant herb spirals reaching for the sky, or even a simple trellis adorned with plump, juicy tomatoes. Vining plants like cucumbers, beans, and even melons thrive on trellises or vertical supports. Vertical gardening is all about embracing creativity and making the most of every inch of your outdoor haven. Prepare to have your mind blown, because we're about to dive into the fascinating world of hydroponics. Gardening without soil might sound like science fiction, but it's simpler and more accessible than you might think. Hydroponics is a method of growing plants without soil, using a nutrient-rich water solution instead. This means your plants get all the food they need directly through their roots, resulting in faster growth, bigger yields, and fewer pest and disease problems. Setting up a simple hydroponic system at home is easier than you might imagine. You can start with a basic wick system, where a nutrient solution is drawn up to the plant roots using a wicking material. Hydroponics is versatile, allowing you to grow almost anything from leafy greens and herbs to tomatoes, peppers, and even strawberries. Let's talk about the power of friendship. Companion planting is where certain plants become the best of friends in the garden, helping each other thrive and creating a harmonious ecosystem. Some plants release scents that deter pests, others attract beneficial insects, and some even improve the soil for their neighbors. One of my favorite companion planting pairs is tomatoes and basil. Basil acts as a natural deterrent for tomato hornworms, those pesky caterpillars that love to munch on tomato plants. Plus, the basil's aroma is said to enhance the flavor of the tomatoes. Another classic pairing is carrots and onions. Onions release a pungent odor that deters carrot root flies, while carrots, in turn, deter onion flies. By embracing these natural partnerships, you can create a garden that's not only beautiful, but also incredibly productive and resilient. Let's talk about a gardening secret weapon that's often overlooked but makes a world of difference: mulch. Think of mulch as a cozy blanket for your garden beds. It helps to retain moisture, suppress weeds, regulate soil temperature, and even add nutrients to the soil as it breaks down. Organic mulches like wood chips, bark, straw, and shredded leaves are fantastic for improving soil structure and adding nutrients as they decompose. Inorganic mulches like gravel, pebbles, and landscape fabric are great for suppressing weeds and creating a more polished look. No matter which type of mulch you choose, be sure to apply it evenly around your plants, leaving a little space around the base of each plant to prevent rot. Mulching is one of those simple, yet incredibly effective gardening practices that can make a world of difference. Let's talk about the magic of composting. It's like alchemy in the garden, turning kitchen scraps and yard waste into nutrient-rich black gold that your plants will absolutely love. Composting is not only good for your garden, but it's also incredibly beneficial for the environment. By composting your food scraps and yard waste, you're reducing the amount of garbage that ends up in landfills, which in turn reduces greenhouse gas emissions. The key to successful composting is maintaining a balance between green materials like fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and grass clippings, and brown materials like dry leaves, shredded paper, and cardboard. Once your compost is dark and crumbly, it's ready to be added to your garden beds, providing a slow-release source of nutrients that will nourish your plants and improve soil structure. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 secret gardening hacks to transform your small space into a thriving oasis. I hope these tips and tricks have inspired you to get out there and get your hands dirty. Which of these hacks are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments below. Remember, gardening is a journey, not a destination. So, embrace the process, have fun with it, and enjoy the incredible feeling of growing something beautiful with your own two hands. Hey y'all, and welcome back to the garden. It's so good to be out here with you again, surrounded by the beauty of nature. In part 1 of our gardening series, we dug deep into the foundations, talking about raised beds, grow bags, and that amazing Back to Eden method. I hope you've had a chance to try some of those out. Today, we're taking things up a notch with 5 more epic gardening hacks that'll have you growing more than you ever thought possible, right in your own backyard. These tips are all about working smarter, not harder, and making the most of what you've got. Whether you're a seasoned green thumb or just starting to dig in, I promise you'll find something here to inspire you. So grab your gardening gloves, put on your sun hat, and let's get growing. Welcome back. In part 1, we covered raised beds, grow bags, and the Back to Eden method. Now, get ready for 5 more hacks that'll take your gardening skills to the next level. Now imagine stepping into a haven of warmth and greenery, even when it's chilly outside. That's the magic of a greenhouse. It's like giving your plants a cozy little vacation home where they can thrive year-round. Building a greenhouse doesn't have to be a huge, expensive project. You can create a simple and charming one using reclaimed windows and doors, giving those salvaged treasures a new life and purpose. Picture sunlight streaming through those vintage panes, warming the soil and nurturing your seedlings. Inside this sun-drenched sanctuary, you can start your seeds earlier in the spring, giving them a head start on the growing season. And when those chilly autumn winds start to blow, your greenhouse becomes a haven for extending the harvest, protecting your herbs and veggies from the first frost. Speaking of veggies, greenhouses are perfect for growing warmth-loving plants like tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers. Imagine those juicy tomatoes ripening on the vine long after your neighbors' gardens have gone to sleep for the winter. But it's not just about vegetables. You can also create a haven for delicate flowers like orchids and ferns that might struggle in your region's climate. Imagine a lush, green oasis filled with exotic blooms, a testament to the power of creating your own little microclimate. And don't forget about herbs. Imagine stepping into your greenhouse on a snowy day and snipping fresh basil for a pot of comforting soup, or rosemary for a fragrant roast. It's like bringing a touch of summer into the heart of winter. Greenhouses are truly a gardener's dream, a place where you can nurture life and beauty no matter what the weather throws your way. It's a testament to the power of ingenuity and a love for growing things, and I encourage you to give it a try. Now, I know not everyone has the space for a greenhouse, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy the joys of gardening year-round. Bringing the outdoors in is one of my favorite ways to add life and freshness to our home, and it's easier than you might think. Imagine the satisfaction of snipping fresh herbs right from your kitchen windowsill, adding a burst of flavor to your meals. Basil, thyme, oregano, mint, they all thrive indoors with the right care. And don't stop at herbs. You can also grow leafy greens like lettuce, spinach, and kale in containers, creating your own little indoor salad bar. Imagine the convenience of harvesting fresh, homegrown greens right when you need them. The key to successful indoor gardening is light. While a sunny windowsill is a great start, you can boost your plant's growth with the help of LED grow lights. These energy-efficient wonders provide the specific wavelengths of light that plants need to photosynthesize and thrive. Imagine a sleek, modern grow light system suspended above your kitchen counter, bathing your herbs and veggies in a warm, inviting glow. It's like giving your plants a little slice of sunshine, even on the cloudiest days. With a little creativity, you can easily incorporate indoor gardening into your home decor. Imagine rustic wooden shelves adorned with terracotta pots overflowing with greenery, or a charming vintage cart transformed into a mobile herb garden. Indoor gardening is not just about practicality, it's about bringing a touch of nature's beauty and bounty into your living space. It's a reminder that even in the hustle and bustle of everyday life, we can still find moments of peace and connection with the natural world. Now, let's talk about flowers. There's nothing quite like the vibrant colors and sweet scents of a blooming garden. It's like Mother Nature's own masterpiece, a feast for the eyes and the soul. Imagine a tapestry of blooms, from the delicate petals of pansies and violas to the cheerful faces of sunflowers and zinnias. And let's not forget the intoxicating fragrance of roses and lavender, filling the air with their sweet perfume. To keep your flower garden blooming all season long, it's all about choosing the right varieties. Start with early bloomers like tulips and daffodils, followed by mid-season beauties like peonies and irises. As summer heats up, embrace the vibrant hues of coneflowers, black-eyed Susans, and cosmos. Deadheading, the simple act of snipping off spent blooms, is another secret to a long-lasting flower show. This encourages your plants to put their energy into producing more buds instead of going to seed. And don't forget about attracting pollinators. Bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds are essential for a healthy garden, and they're drawn to brightly colored blooms with nectar-rich centers. Plant a variety of flowers with different shapes, sizes, and blooming times to keep these beneficial creatures buzzing around your garden all season long. Imagine a kaleidoscope of butterflies flitting from blossom to blossom, their delicate wings catching the sunlight. It's a reminder of the interconnectedness of nature and the vital role we play in creating a thriving ecosystem. Gardening is a labor of love, but it doesn't have to break the bank. Some of the best gardening solutions are found right in your own home, just waiting to be repurposed and given a new lease on life. Let's talk fertilizers first. Imagine transforming kitchen scraps like banana peels, eggshells, and coffee grounds into nutrient-rich powerhouses for your plants. These natural alternatives to store-bought fertilizers are gentle on the environment and easy on your wallet. And what about pest control? Instead of reaching for harsh chemicals, try using natural repellents like garlic spray, neem oil, or even a simple blast of water from the hose to deter unwanted critters. Now let's get creative with repurposing. Imagine those empty egg cartons finding new life as seed-starting trays, their individual compartments perfect for nurturing tiny seedlings. And those plastic milk jugs? They can be transformed into mini greenhouses, protecting young plants from chilly spring nights. Don't throw away those old newspapers either. They make a fantastic weed barrier, suppressing unwanted growth while also adding organic matter to your soil as they decompose. Gardening on a budget is all about resourcefulness and a little bit of ingenuity. It's about seeing the potential in everyday items and finding creative ways to nurture your garden without spending a fortune. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective and rewarding. Now, for those of you with limited space, don't despair. You can still grow an abundance of food with a little creativity and a few epic gardening hacks. It's all about maximizing your vertical space and choosing plants that are happy to climb skyward. Imagine a trellis adorned with vining tomatoes, their heavy branches laden with juicy fruit. Or picture cucumbers reaching for the heavens, their emerald green tendrils clinging to a sturdy support. Beans and peas are also excellent climbers, their delicate tendrils twining around any support you provide. Imagine a cascade of colorful beans, purple, green, and yellow, adding a touch of whimsy to your garden, while also providing a nutritious and delicious harvest. Vertical gardening isn't just for vegetables. You can also train flowering vines like clematis, honeysuckle, and morning glories to climb trellises or arbors, creating a stunning vertical display of color and fragrance. Another secret to maximizing your harvest is succession planting. This simply means sowing a new crop of fast-growing vegetables like lettuce, radishes, or spinach every few weeks, ensuring a continuous supply of fresh produce throughout the growing season. And don't forget about companion planting. This time-tested technique involves strategically pairing plants that benefit each other, such as tomatoes and basil, or carrots and onions. These dynamic duos deter pests, improve soil health, and ultimately lead to a more bountiful harvest. Remember, even the smallest of spaces can be transformed into a thriving garden with a little ingenuity and a passion for growing your own food. It's a reminder that no matter where we live, we can all connect with the joy of gardening and enjoy the fruits and vegetables of our labor. Well, there you have it. 5 more epic gardening hacks to inspire you to grow more with less. I hope these tips have sparked your imagination and given you some new ideas to try in your own garden. Which hack was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you've tried any of these tips, share your results. I'd love to hear your success stories. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love gardening. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest tips and hacks. Thanks for watching. Remember, gardening is not just about growing plants, it's about growing joy, health, and community. See you in the next video.